ready as I'll ever be.
Very good.
Very
Then let
good.
us step through to this strange island together.
Well, wherever this place is, they don't, seem to care about magic.
It is floating on an island, suspended by the crystal in the center, which many of them have called an aetherite. Step forward, but gird yourselves. We are unsure of what forces lurk in this strange and foreign place. Keep your eyes and ears open.
This place reeks of magic.
It's best that we stay on our guard.
Rip talk.
Do these
At my side. What did you make of this?
Well, your reports are quite interesting.
Say again.
Your reports are quite interesting of this place.
Yes.
Do you
It's
have
very
any
odd.
further information on this this sphere?
There is a magical tower that I think houses an order of individuals that seem to know about this magic. Perhaps we should inquire there. Pardon us. Ignatius! Do you pick anything up of this? Al is up there. Ignatius, is there anything you can divine of these powers here?
I'm afraid not, Knight Commander. The presence of magic in the air is so pervasive. These fools truly don't know with what they meddle with.
I don't know, it's almost kind of
Very well.
relaxing to me.
Let us proceed within.
Well, imagine your whole life, having to keep what you really are.
I wouldn't stay here. They're a bunch of fucking numb jockeys. Everyone in this godforsaken town. I wouldn't trust any of them since they disrespected my fucking people.
Hey, we can come to a fucking agreement.
Fear not.
Mongols.
The powers of the crystal
fear
apparently
anything.
prevent anyone from harming you.
What you just said?
We are safe
What is
for the
this?
time being.
Does it now?
Yes. So I've been told.
Is that a mini cactus?
Any horror? Yes, it would seem.
I want to
I
get a
would like to
closer
see
look
this
at the
in
crystal.
I would like to see this in action.
Take the
One of you.
occultist.
Come with me.
I want
course,
one of you to
Ambassador.
threaten.
Alright. I don't have as hard of a swing as him, so I'll do it.
I won't show to
Swamp Tiger would be fun. I think we should do Swamp.
Well, that was awkward.
What is this twink?
In the crevice of your leg, and you feel multiple of its needles stick into your leg.
Your brother is dead, and you're next.
Well, that was awkward.
Place is full of loud and wretched creatures.
As soon as I
Annoying.
did the connection, it teleported me.
Looks like they live in harmony with demons.
Harmony.
Do you see that?
It's socializing.
Hello, travelers. Can I assist you?
Hail and well met. I'm Knight Commander Vectis Varadir of the Vectorum. We come on orders of Lord Karl Albert. We seek to speak with the administrators of this isle. Do you know where they are?
I can kind of show you around, but I don't know, I haven't seen any of them. And I can answer any cool questions you have along the way. I'm full of information, and I like to talk about
Ambassador,
it.
I'll yield the ground to you.
Very well. You there.
Hello.
Tell us of this crystal.
Oh, this crystal?
How do they make it
You know,
work?
you gotta like feed it your magic.
Feed it magic.
Yeah, like.
What do you mean by that?
It's like a big ritual. Everybody gives a little bit of their magic, and then the island doesn't go.
And about how long
Simple, really.
does it last before needing to be recharged?
Oh, I don't know. I don't do charity.
Which usually means I can't make it, my friend.
Ambassador, perhaps if they could tell us relevant information about the people of this isle, and what we can know about the people here.
I love people.
We've witnessed many creatures as we walked through. Tell us about them.
Oh yeah, well it's
Do
a
you
wide. Yeah. I mean, mostly. See, there's this thing called the protection. Do you know what that is?
I love this thing.
That the crystal gives?
You know what? I bet I can win.
Yeah. So let's say, ooh, do I have a volunteer in the crowd?
I think we already just did that. I tried to punch him earlier and ended back.
We tested it for ourselves.
No, my showmanship. Anyway, so, yeah, because of that, we all kind of have to coexist or leave. Or you get people to just shout at you. As you probably witnessed, it's pretty loud. Gets pretty loud.
They allow their citizens such disrespect.
And,
And are there any other leaders we can speak to? Any that are...
Well,
Good day,
I
stranger.
saw Tempest around.
The
You should
crumbs
come
on
with
me.
me.
Why are you staring?
Or you don't have to.
it's more the tiger
Or
behind
you
you.
can wait here and I'll bring him to you. It's up to you.
Oh my god, I have a tiger following.
We will
It's
go see
Timber.
him.
Timber's good. Isn't that right, Timber?
We have business to attend to.
Yes. Timber.
Of course,
Timber
by
likes
your leave,
people.
Ambassador.
Where is Tempest?
Attend to the Ambassador. We are moving.
Oh, good luck.
Have a
on your
good one.
endeavors. You as well, dearest friend.
Christoph Reese Uhong Motorok Kinaya. But
That is way too many.
How do you even spell that?
The ability to travel to other realms.
You can
too?
have like every
refer to
part
me
of the
by-
alphabet in your name.
Yes, there are others that are connected along this
No, I
nexus.
don't think
This seems to be
I
an
don't think
anchor
so.
in the center of the ethereal sea, or so I've heard.
So it's like going down a hallway with a bunch of doors.
How do you make a super bag of holding?
Quite.
They are so open with this knowledge that they tell any random passerby.
Definitely a lot different than home.
In many ways, it seems this place is our home's exact opposite.
Which is kind of, again, relaxing.
With Ignatius.
I don't know about you, but I didn't like being hunted.
No, I would like to speak to the Tempest.
There's a reason.
I think he's busy right now, but you might check back in like 20 minutes at the training grounds.
It was distasteful. Sometimes, yes. But very good reason for most of it. I'll remind you.
Oh, it's this way.
Just follow the road down there. Do you want me to take
It is
you or
better
if
the
I lead
power
you?
is in the hands of the few
It's
than
this way.
all.
You can follow me.
Yeah.
Our
So
hopes is to
anyway,
get it to
What
ourselves.
is your name?
Oh, hold on, I've got pizza, like cheese pie.
At least for our lord.
Never mind.
Don't want it. No, it's okay.
I didn't like the idea of faking my own death.
After you, Ambassador.
Don't leave me hanging. That's so rude.
What is it?
Timber said after
Don't
you.
worry, you get used to faking your death.
Not as hard as you might think.
No, it's not hard, it's just something I don't wish to do. Indeed.
Well, hello there. Hello.
Send you back to the Nexus. Do be aware.
This way. Becoming scattered.
Grounds of which they spoke. Situated on the edge of the isle. As a congregation, Excellency.
We should have got a description of the Tempest.
Excuse me, pardon.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Let's go then. We'll ask here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, place like this.
I think I
I love
heard
you.
one of them say something about an archmage.
Archmage, we can speak to him too.
I'm
I
not
want you
sure
to
which
spread out.
one.
Find the Tempest or the Archmage. Whatever one we find first.
Cryptarch, the less I am surprised.
Ask questions.
Otto, attend to the ambassador. Keep his excellency safe and attended. We shall spread out.
Are those guys your guards?
Cryptarch, we have been ordered to search for the Tempest. Seek them out.
What do they look
Bring them
like?
to the ambassador if they are found.
Yes, Knight Commander.
Do you know of who this Tempest is?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I know Tempest.
Do you know where they are?
Yeah, he like
What does he look like?
beats up children. He wears blue, blonde hair. Some kind of mystical aura about him. Yeah, he beats up my boss, who is also a child.
Are you guys actually in world right now?
It gets pretty complicated. It makes sense in the lore.
Yeah, we're all in world right now.
So what do you do for like? What's your job? Am I allowed to ask? Or do you like the regal guys that don't like to talk to the people?
What did
'Cause
you
I can
say?
go.
I had someone in my ear.
Oh, hello. I'm asking what your jobs are, if you don't mind. You know, you don't have to say. I can go if you want. A lot
I'm
of people
just a
tell me to
mage.
go.
We are
cool,
the
what?
Vectorum in service to Lord Carl Albert. We are
Oh, cool.
getting a lay of the land.
I actually know a lord. This is Beach Lord, Lord of all beaches.
What?
He holds dominion over all that is sandy.
Excuse me,
His
pardon
castle
me.
can be
Fascinating.
his castles. They can be built with bucket and sand.
What in the seven hells are you telling this guy right now?
Oh, he's some guy of the Vectorum. Pretty important guy. I was just telling him that they were talking about their lord. I was telling him about a lord that I knew. The Beast Lord.
I am Rayo Genon. I am a seeker of knowledge. I am a mage in training. It is an honor to have you
When
here.
you're
sir.
done with your business here, meet us at the tallest tower. Apparently
The
that's
mage, is it? Ignatius Escalion Nothazar. A pleasure in return.
Yes, of course. I am not Beach Lord. I am Rayo Genon. Please refer to me as Rayo. you could.
We'll try to keep that in mind.
A pleasure to meet you.
So you're not an actual lord?
I am not. Though I will end up there one day, way or another.
Seems you need to update some of your info before you go spreading it on people.
A question of Uriel.
I'm just
Yes,
ambitious.
sir.
He's just being humble.
I will do my best to answer your question.
Thank you. Is there a consortium of other magic users that are organized in this place, by any chance?
As far as I know, there's usually Archmage Califax, but I do not believe he is around at this moment.
Archmage.
Where is His
Interesting
Excellency?
title.
He went to the tallest tower, apparently.
Very well. I have made contact with the apprentice of the Tempest.
Like a certificate.
The Tempest is apparently the launch figure training in the center of that light ring.
I see.
They will attend to us shortly.
He doesn't even
I told them we would be available outside of the ring. I must go find the ambassador. Will you stay here?
Listen,
Yes.
you really shouldn't do that. It would be an insult to mages.
You raised a
Excuse
good
me.
point.
But, like I was saying, sir, Archmage Califax is usually the one among us that is the wisest of them all.
And
You may want to step out of the way.
willing would you say?
That's what I was thinking to the sides.
Pardon. How willing would you say he would be willing to impart this wisdom onto travelers such as ourselves?
Good day.
I'm not quite sure. To be honest with you, he's been going through a lot lately, so I'm exactly not too sure.
Does he have anyone under him?
There is a couple of his students. I'm one of them.
The student.
I am
What
a
does
mage in
it,
training.
you study with him?
Magics.
What type of
What
magics?
kinds?
Magics, he usually helps with a lot of magics to help stop one from moving, one that immobilizes without hurting them.
So
All
defensive type magic.
sorts of magics. Yes.
Interesting. How long have you trained with him?
A bit. Not exactly, too long.
There's also Lord Asmodeus, if you're talking about town leaders. He's
Well,
even
if
got
they
Lord
do,
Asmodeus.
if they do any type of training with mages, would we be able to join?
Mayhaps, once Califax is feeling better to move.
Of course. So is there...
Fuck all of that. I am done.
Not too much.
No more.
So is there anything we should really know about the island? Besides the whole no pitting people without consent or whatever.
Oh, you're not allowed to
If
run
you
on the
fall
road.
off the island, you won't necessarily die. You'll just be brought back into existence.
What?
Okay.
Absurd.
Let's see. Another thing I
The only
can tell
place to get a
you-
decent drink is the Rouge and Rogue. There's that.
Ah, yeah. Really nice place to drink.
I'll check that out.
Anyway, I'll leave you with the Beach Lord.
His
I would
Excellency attends.
taint His Majesty.
sir.
That bitch forward.
Did he get hit in the head a few too many times?
Excuse me.
I am afraid I too must move around.
Well, thank you for your time.
Assistance.
Yes, thank you.
Tis an honor to have you here, sir. May you enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well.
Did you learn anything from him, Cryptarch?
There is this, Master Califax. He's a very wise archmage.
I see.
And apparently if you fall off the island, you're just brought back.
As he said, brought back into existence.
Yeah. Not sure what that means, but then you wouldn't
Openly
die.
teaching magics. Openly.
This is truly another world we find ourselves on. We must be careful not to rock the boat, so to speak. We will blend in with these people and embrace their culture of tolerance.
It definitely seems like this is a
should
good
all
chance
do
for us to learn more.
We should all act
Certainly.
Apparently this Califax isn't in the best of states at the moment, but when he gets better, apparently he teaches.
Will definitely change
Fair
our
enough.
world.
We should seek out the students.
Beyond imagining.
The
Perhaps
one
they
that
will
we
be
were
able to
talking
assist.
to was one of the students. One with the brown
Mission
coat.
is to make it for our benefit, though.
He
Very
didn't
good.
say who other students were,
Yes,
but
you are right.
For the time being, we are waiting on the Tempest. Who is this individual? What have you heard of them, Ambassador?
I've heard nothing so far. The sigil, you say?
And why are they meeting? Why are we meeting with them then?
The little blue one said he is I guess, figurehead of this island.
I see. A figurehead. Interesting. I am more curious about this Califax and their students. Some of you should go
Me
and
as
see if you
well.
can learn any more. Cryptarch,
I would like to learn more
why don't
of
you take...
the network itself, too. To other realms.
Why don't you take these two, and the Knight Captain, and I will remain with the emissary.
Very well.
Explore. Learn what you can.
Tempest is very much unavailable at the moment, but he did send me as an advisor to speak on his behalf.
His Excellency the Ambassador will speak on the behalf of our Lord Karl Albert.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello. Pleasure. Tell us about your people first.
With the Tempest
Seems
Knights,
to be a lot of mixed people. Yes, we'll start with the Tempest then. Tell us about them.
Well, we have a righteous cause, sir. We're here to protect the people and make sure the lost find their way. We have a whole dedicated forest to making sure that people...
Necromancy.
It's a lot of good information.
thank you. May have a really bad headache.
He'll come back.
Nope.
Oh.
No, he's not.
Perhaps step out of the main thoroughfare.
The Aether, as you claimed him.
Yes.
Shall we be off then? search the rest of the town
Yes.
for this Califax?
Yes.
For their students,
Well, I'm
since
guessing.
Califax themselves seems to be ill.
Yeah, I'm guessing he won't
see.
be available for a conversation.
Yes.
But
We'll see
Make
what we can find, then.
acquaintances and
someone may want to
present a
stay here
friendly
though
face,
and wait for
so
him to
speak.
come back.
I have not the slightest.
I will wait here with
I'm
the
always
emissary
friendly.
and attend him.
Understood.
So it would seem.
Offer fish. The exact.
Can we help you?
My name is Steve.
This place. I'm new to this.
Steve.
Where do you hail from?
I hail from.
I have so many questions
Are
about
there
this.
many others like you here?
I haven't heard of it.
Where is this city?
No.
I do not know
I don't think so.
the areas of this place.
Hmm.
This place is.
So are you magical or the bowl or?
And how did you get here then?
I was a normal fish.
Tripped on a
I'm in a
circle,
mage. Like,
fashioned
casted something
now I'm here.
on me. And now I'm like this.
I totally
Of
hear
course
the
they
whole
did.
time.
You are not a Nevadan, are you?
I think it was the spell like.
Never
Mhm.
mind.
Or something.
Oh, welcome back.
Now,
I don't know.
continue down.
Attend me.
I-
Would you
I-
step aside, Your Excellency, so that we may
Our
have a more
magic is
private
capable
conversation.
of causing something like this here.
If I can ask, what's the interest in us? Perhaps I can.
Something so
We are newcomers.
seemingly mundane.
And we were told that
And
the
yet,
Tempest
I mean,
is an
it is a wonder at the same time.
Seems like we have a lot to learn here.
Behind you as well. They're fairly helpful.
I am indeed a
Good day.
wonder.
The Tempest Knights do.
The mage that did this, are they still around?
Defend if we have to.
They are?
So you are an
Although they
order in service to the
don't
Isle.
come by often.
Yes, not just here,
Hmm.
but Tempest.
Unfortunate.
We dedicate.
Oh,
our
hopefully
Tempest
at some point we'll
to
be able to speak with them.
We have a whole forest that allows
Mhm.
Yes.
boats to enter.
Are they in trouble?
We help them find.
No,
out.
we're just interested
it's
to learn.
just-
We are at war
Yes.
with other countries.
We have nothing like you where we come from.
Their own
How can there be a
stances,
war in a
opinions.
land where
See.
crystals stop ones from harming each other?
Obviously, Tempest is not from here. He
It's the
resides
fish.
elsewhere, but we have a station.
Less the fish, more the
New Tempest Knight.
I grow
everything
bored of
else.
this conversation. I'm going to find these
I do
students
as
of
well.
Califax.
To help with the war.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Must sate my curiosity.
That is not my place to
Well,
say yes or no to, but I don't see why not.
thank you.
Surely there is a place where they congregate. Perhaps if we find that.
Or we could just ask that one of who else is a student. The one that just ran by.
If you wish to go and grab them, you may. I will
My
continue to press
friends,
on.
Well,
there is
if
something
we
to be
can't
said
find
for
them,
subtlety when
we can
dealing
go
with the
back.
locals. Subtlety.
Ignatus, I must say I need to sate my curiosity on that abyss on the horizon.
I would wholeheartedly agree, Cryptarch, but as the Knight Commander said, we must blend.
We can get to that at some
These
point.
people are so tolerant as they appear, and we must appear the same, at least at face value.
You are right.
That is all I wish to say. I will not delay us any further. I do wish to find this archmage and see what makes him tick.
What did they suggest? Students or Asmodeus?
Yes, one of those two. What? That's just a barrel. Why is there just a barrel moving?
Maybe someone's in it.
Aetius, you need to take your own advice.
So long. We should be. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. You're just having one of those
Yes,
days. You wanna
Cryptarch.
talk about it? If you look down at the
If we had a descriptor of some kind.
Have you considered any other
3 inches long.
That's enough to kill someone, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's kind of like a king of the hill thing, you know, where like if you're in there.
Wait, it's that guy again!
The medallion kind of gives you away. It is a person. Anyway, we do we could donate to charity.
I must confess, I'm not sure what a student would look like from here.
Well, they did say there was a area for drinks. Maybe we could go there and talk to whoever owns the establishment.
I believe that would be it
Not
right
sure
in
how
front of us.
payment works here.
Well, we can find that out.
Perhaps we could speak to the elder over yonder. Perhaps he knows something.
Well, then we can sit here.
Scroll all the way down until you see Avatar.
Looks like a healer's guild.
Cooling.
I might go somewhere where I'm not dying.
Shall we head to the guild then, and you two can check out this building?
Well, we can talk to the Healers Guild first. At least that way, so we're not getting conflicting info at the same time.
That would be wise.
By your lead, then, gentlemen.
Let's go. Are you any, you have any idea where this building could be as well?
Seems my body's just Bardic College.
Have I gone to school?
Perhaps we
I
continue down this path. Stumble upon it. The town doesn't seem to be very large. Or perhaps it's the other way.
What building are you talking about?
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Hello. That is the language, right?
Our?
Yes, hello. The name is...
Our on a small farm.
That is no mage's tower.
It's good for quite some time. Only we've seen they come back from the voyage.
You went on a voyage? But I'm going
Seem like there's anyone around here.
There's a few certain.
There's a top of a building over across the other buildings. Wonder if that could be the tower. Seems like it's the tallest thing I see. Didn't they say it was the tallest tower?
Perhaps.
This land gives me very bad headaches, it seems.
Take all the time you need, Cryptarch.
I've had a few since we got here. Hopefully it will pass for you.
It's getting worse. And it speaks. How very interesting.
Makes you wonder if it's some kind of curse.
A model of medicine.
It is a paste. Typically,
Could also be some kind of protection or something.
somebody's like bruised.
Try to defend something.
Of the sort, and it has a cooling
I don't know
effect.
how well
It
it would
numbs the
be
pain.
able to, but
Not entirely sure what it is called, but it is something the alchemists at where I'm from have whipped up. Need to keep it in here, else it dries.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for this
Having
offer.
a peaceful day and not having to worry about, dying.
Oh, definitely.
You know what? I'm gonna retract that because it's not the end of the day yet.
Knock on wood.
Haha.
No, this is a strange direction you're heading.
Thanks for agreeing to help. It's appreciated.
Do we have another one? Do you have a...
Don't take it.
There you go.
Don't take it. But don't. No.
What is that?
Don't take that.
Ignatius, with me, I see something interesting.
I'm watching you. Or what for? Don't take it. You did.
Oh, the laundry. I was just there earlier. Anyone who's
Any of that.
What are you doing here? You're not about to drink, are you?
What in the hell is that?
No.
Very
Vibing.
good for you, Basil.
Or if you might do needles in there, kind of was feeling cactar earlier, you know?
Yes.
Some kind of circle?
A ritual ground. For what, I imagine?
I haven't seen anything like this.
No. Reptark. Do these not seem like out of a depiction of the primevals themselves?
They do.
Do you think their influence rests in this realm as well?
If everything is as linked to this ethereal sea, as they say, it would not surprise me.
Well, this has me convinced we would never be able to conquer this plane even if we wanted to. Not without a lot more at our disposal.
Not conquer, but at least we could probably learn from the...
Excellent, Captain. Your diligence continues to do you credit.
We'll need our occultists to study this network, to see what other realms we can enter.
Yes, Cryptarch. That would be for the best.
Ripdog. We have gained a great deal of information, thanks to His Excellency. We spoke with the apprentice of the Tempest, And I'm sure that the ambassador would like to share this information with you.
You may want to get out of that circle.
I shall keep a watch.
Yes, Knight Commander. The magics here can be unpredictable, I think.
Thank you for the warning.
We are not versed in their type of magic, but I'm guessing whatever this is probably interacts with the circle and being inside it. Whether it takes you somewhere or pulls something to it.
We can't be hurt. What's the harm?
Oh, you can't be hurt by others. I don't know if we can be hurt by...
Magic can do far worse to you than just hurt you, emissary.
Huh.
We were
It can try.
around as you ordered when they spotted these rocks.
Right.
And wished to inquire further.
Perhaps we should gather everybody around so that we can share the information with them, emissary.
Yes, he's just waiting for the one to get back. He took a bathroom break.
Of course. Ah, very well.
Well, I certainly hope you have a clearer picture of this place than we've gotten.
We
I believe I do.
Ignatius.
We also have some
We are
plans.
going to meet... Yes, plans are being made. We are also going to meet with the Merchants Guild next, if we can. And then after that we will head to the Magistrate, which is in that domed building there. They seem to be the administrators, the owners of this isle. And if you can believe it, there's actually an entire Earth beneath this floating island.
What?
Yes. Apparently there's a town down there that they call Redwall. There are swamps and areas where these spells that stop conflict and violence do not take effect.
But this island is not that large to house something that big.
Well, I think that these rocks may have something to do with it. You see, they said that these colored trees that we're seeing around here are called ley lines. Their roots dig deep into the earth here, and they supply the crystal with extra mana.
Well,
Besides the mana that is
I get that
sacrificed
this
by the
red
locals.
wall is probably due to magics, but how could an entire world be under something so small? This red wall like shrunken down?
It is not. It is not. I believe that they have another crystal at Redwall, and then everything outside of it is wilderness, barren, open to violence and conflict, unlike this isle and that town.
It almost feels like it's on a different plane of being.
Probably exactly it, Gunther.
I'm probably saying underneath the island would be incorrect in the wording.
We do not know their nomenclature, or how they identify these places.
Certainly not.
So many questions.
Everything on this island is tainted from the trees to the people. Magics everywhere.
As his lord would like the trees. So, there's an expedition. Of course he would. So, there's an expedition. What was it? The groundskeeper? The groundskeeper is set to go on a mission to find if these trees can be spread. I definitely want one of you guys to go with them. Figure out what they know. See if we can obtain these seeds. The Lord would be most pleased. I believe it should be him. But, if you have anyone else you would like to push forward.
We will discuss it at a later date, once we have had time to debrief everything. But yes, one of us will be going with the groundskeeper on a mission, an expedition to find some of these seeds of these ley-line trees. Hopefully we can bring one or two back to Keelholt, and then his lordship can begin seeding a magical array of these ley lines. I'm sure it would make him very proud of all of us.
On that note, they also look like normal trees. I'm sure no one would notice if they were planted around the kingdom.
Certainly not. Very soon, power of this world will be in our hands. All we need to do is reach out with our hands and take it. Slowly we will infiltrate this civilization, this arcane world. We will learn of their secrets, their ways. We will become as them, citizens of this multiplanar world. There is another order that
the
we have
Cryptarch.
learned of called the Tempest Knights. They are from another world such as we, but they defend this isle and places under threat. Seemingly out of some sort of what is the word, Ambassador? Empathy. Giving freely. Yes, charity. Altruism, thank you.
No weakness.
But we know better. Don't we?
Indeed.
Cryptarch, we have news.
Yes.
The emissary spoke with the apprentice of the Tempest and the groundskeeper of Aether. The magistrate lives there in the domed tower. There is a merchant's guild, and the crystal is partially powered by a group of trees called ley lines. They're the colored ones that you see right over here. The groundskeeper is going to be going on a mission eventually. We're not sure exactly when. But they invited, we asked to come along, one of us, so that we may try to gather a seed or two for ourselves. If that is possible, then we will bring it back to Kjalt, and his lordship can begin planting a forest of these. But they help power the crystal and keep this afloat, and there's an entire world beneath us. Another town called Redwall, protected by the same magic.
So do these ley lines affect the people?
I don't know.
Like someone that didn't have magical ability suddenly got it because of these ley lines?
The sad fact is, we will never know until we allow them to interact with our world. So, despite my own misgivings for the idea of implanting these things, we ultimately must, for our Lord, and to see what actually will happen.
My only worry is a bunch
There's
of
a degree
people
of
start being able to
experimentation.
get magic abilities and use it for unjust ways.
That is my concern as well.
Experimentation.
I'm sure that the Cryptarch and Ignatius will be taking good care of ironing out those details. For the time being, our expedition is not focused on that. Our expedition is on taking this power. We can be concerned with the details later. For the time being, let us attend the emissary and see if we can speak with the Merchants Guild or the Magistrate. After you, please, Ambassador.
Before we head out, wasn't there a wizard tower or some sort that we forgot the details of?
I forgot.
He said he
Yes,
could lead us
of
to
course.
artifacts for the right price.
Yes.
We should figure out this price and grab a few artifacts before we go.
Certainly.
Depends on what currency this place uses as well.
Gold.
Have you found
I don't think they're
anything?
going to. I
Gold.
don't think they're
There's a
going to
wanted
accept
poster
Phrygian groats or gold crowns.
right outside of the gate. There's a
We should
wanted
at least
poster.
ask.
500 gold for
Gold
the
is
culprit.
gold at the end of the day.
Yes.
Alright. Let's find this Merchant's Guild.
Very well.
must discover where they retrieve these artifacts too.
They will tell us.
If the implications of this nexus are what I believe them to be, the implications are staggering.
So, Steve, recommend is if someone tries to swallow you, just puff up in their throat till they can't breathe.
There has to be some
It
sort
makes
of
the
sign.
thought of this Dominion Guild that Vector spoke of all the more terrifying. Able to access all these worlds and invade them at will.
Something we will deal with in time, I'm sure.
Although technically they drank me.
Healers Guild.
I didn't eat me. But, you know.
There, Commander.
What's the real difference?
Just down the way.
I guess eating you would be pulling you right out of the bowl and just.
Yes.
Agricultural Guild.
This is why I need a bobby. But it's a bigger one.
I haven't seen
Or just a lid.
Aye, that must
said
be
that?
new. Well, whoever they are,
Cryptarch. I am taking
Excuse me.
interest in the Healers Guild. Perhaps I could learn later.
I am new to the island and I'm looking for the
Magic
merchants
that can
guild.
heal others.
Can you point me in the direction, stranger?
Sounds quite,
Because we don't want to.
I too am new to this place. I am getting my bearings.
Make the Lord more powerful.
The only other
But
healers I know might be not in the training grounds
if you could
Our Lord was able to
If
recover
what I have
runes.
seen that's happening now. Let's see. Other than that, I'm not too sure. Behind me is the
I
Healers
wonder
Guild.
what the limitations are on such an ability, though.
Yeah, we can try.
To that direction is the Seekers.
Nothing is
The
free.
Merchants Guild.
There's a creature,
I am not
mostly
familiar.
white fur. Which is,
We are thankful of your
What a
good
place like
will in
this
sharing what little you know.
has
Thank you.
on an isle where no one can be hurt or killed.
There are two taverns, that much I know.
That's a good point. Why do they need it?
One directly there,
That's
and
fair.
one directly
So
there.
has to bypass
See,
it.
like I said,
I am
she's-
sure
it's
that
personal
they
to
would
After all,
know.
nothing is foolproof.
It'd be hard to
Very good.
examine her
Thank you.
Sooner
Thank you.
rather than later.
if she's trying to get away from you.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
if anything, I could possibly
It is not in this direction.
Hmm.
Really improve communication.
Very well.
Yeah, well.
Captain, take 2 of them, head down that road, and search for the Merchants Guild. Find us if you find it. I'll head down
Alright.
with 2 others.
You two, let's go this way.
Alright.
Come on, Lucian.
Oh, the kids is not here.
Perhaps.
We could send him to first school.
Looks like a tailor.
Just let that deal. Alright?
So it would seem.
You would assume the Merchants Guild would be in an area where people frequent.
Yes. All are welcome, so long as the peace is kept.
Barbara.
Right.
Apothecary.
Interesting.
Well, he has many human responsibilities.
Might have to visit this place in the future.
That's a big doorway.
See what kind of ingredients they have in this land.
No signs on any of these buildings, but that door is huge. Makes me wonder what needs a door that big.
What amazes me is they leave this such an important object so unprotected, unmanned.
That we know of.
That is true. Perhaps there are
Perhaps
those watching it.
Well, they do have the
Perhaps there is
protection about doing harm. Maybe that also extends to the crystal.
Perhaps. Perhaps whatever
Don't you,
resides in such a large abode guards the crystal.
Perhaps. Don't you find it odd, though? There's a healer's guild in a place where you cannot be injured or killed.
Dark.
Yes.
The Knight Commander requests our presence gathered once again, if you would.
Very well.
What? Knight Commander.
Thank you, Ignatius. We're meeting with the Artisans Guild. They're at a blacksmith-looking shop.
It would seem these citizens of this island also do not know their right hand from their left.
Why am I not surprised?
Now I'm really homesick.
You
remind me of our dance to the It broke.
You're fine. You're fine.
The spin slater.
Hello, friend.
You as well.
Glad you get set. I have some questions for you.
Yes.
Could you come with me for a moment?
Magical items for ourselves.
Here or at the Mages
Yes,
Guild.
by all means.
Though the ones at the Mages Guild more so get.
I beg
broken
your
down
pardon and
put
I
into the
apologize
crystal.
for my interruption, but my staff
Of
have been traveling for quite a while. May they please take seats in this guild?
You may, there is not a lot of seats.
I'm sure that they can sit against the barrels and such. Ignatius, I know you are an old man.
No.
Thank you. Please continue.
Tell me.
Drags over a stool for you.
Captain, if you wish to sit,
Thank
by all
you.
means. We've been going for a while.
Right.
What
I will
is the
continue to
currency
stand,
we use
sir.
here?
Thank you.
Gold.
Very
Silver,
good.
copper,
That is your
platinum.
prerogative.
So just gold?
We also deal
Gold,
There's
silver,
no special coin.
copper, platinum.
That's good to hear.
Well,
I hope
good.
you enjoy.
Then our money will work here.
Reassuring.
All they care about is it's made of gold.
Or silver,
I can contact his lordship and make
Wait a
sure that
moment.
some crowns are brought to our treasury.
I mean, we also deal
Where
with
are you from?
materials like any steel, iron, or any such like that too, if you prefer.
Okay. So they told us that we could receive artifacts here, magical items. What would one cost
can.
us?
Depends on what you want.
I'm
Depends
not
on
too
what you
familiar
have.
with magical artifacts myself. Tell me, what can they do? What are they capable of?
Well, you can do this. Opens up her bag, sticks her whole arm into it, pulls it out. A bag of holding.
See.
If you don't mind my
Would be
asking,
very useful.
It would be.
where are you all from?
We are from Rigia. We are Rigians.
I see.
Have you heard of
First
it?
time.
I have not. Tell me about it.
I don't know how much to divulge. What do you think?
The kingdom of Rigia is a land very far away from this one. Very far away. The edge of the ethereal sea. not
Do you
have
have
magic
veil?
in the way that you describe it.
I see.
No. It was only through the ingenuity of our Cryptarch and his associates that we were able to twist a door that brought us to this world. It seemed to have a pull.
Well.
Hmm.
You asking about weapons?
This bag of
artifacts?
holding... This bag of holding, tell us how much it is. For one.
Depends upon the one that you want.
There are different
What's
kinds?
the different types?
Well, there is mine, which can hold 500 pounds. I can make one that can hold
500
1,000.
pounds?
Mm-hmm.
That's absurd.
Do you feel the weight?
No. Clips it off, tosses it to you.
And how full
And
is
where do
this
these
right
items
now?
go?
They go into a pocketed dimension.
Ah. That
Pocket
makes sense.
dimension.
Thank you. Hello, Yellow.
And these pocketed dimensions, how would you go about opening one of these? I'm sure you would like to
With the
know,
bag.
Cryptarch.
It is only with the bag that you can open them.
What if something, what happened to the bag?
If you rip open the bag, or turn it inside out, then all of the items that are inside
With
of
your
it would fall
permission,
out.
I'd like to speak to the other smith
At the once?
of the weapons of
At
this
once?
land.
You have my leave.
I could be destructive.
Thank you.
It could be.
Sorry.
What happens if you put one in another?
Tell me
Yes.
of the
They
weapons
explode.
of this land. I wish to know everything.
Good to know.
I mean, basically, we can make anything people ask.
Can anything be put into the bag, or is there limits? Besides the weight that you described?
A person,
if you have like a
perhaps?
request
Things
that
that cannot be put into
we
it.
can make the basic. We can make the arming swords,
One of
daggers,
these
short swords, long
pulls
swords,
out a black
claymores,
cloth. Cannot be put
wenders.
into it.
Sorry, all those. I can make.
What is the black cloth?
Halberds, tridents.
It is a portable hole.
You know, if you can imagine it, we can make it.
A portable hole?
I see.
It is
What
like
is this?
Having technical difficulties.
Oh, a portable home. But you said hole.
portable hole. No, it is a hole
It's the very least.
But yeah,
that you put
Portable
on the wall
hole.
or any kind of
These
we
surface.
can just,
Yes.
if you have if you have blueprints or plans, we can make those. If not, we have basically a wild.
You can just
variety
make
of
a
weapons.
hole anywhere you wish.
It is not a hole in that sense. It is a hole to another pocket dimension.
So it's kind of like
Oh, I
the
see.
bag,
10 by
except
10 by
it's
10.
a hole.
Is there
It
something
is kind of like the
specific
bag,
you're looking
except you
for,
can
or-
step through it.
That is why
No,
you must
I'm
take
merely
control
curious
of
what the
these
people of this land arm themselves with.
Can we step into that one?
Oh, all
That one,
kinds.
unfortunately,
Like I said,
contains my house.
we're basically we're basically a waypoint for
Very
travelers.
well.
They come by and stop, go
Okay.
back because it's through a nexus. So we
If
basically
you
have
all would like to
Sometimes,
purchase something, you're more than welcome to. I need to mull it over.
I would have to
I'm
think what I would
curious. Is there a
want.
place you find these artifacts, or do you create them yourself?
No, they just came
I
from
am an
another kingdom.
artificer.
Oh.
Oh,
I have 20 Regine crowns.
A pleasure.
I think that we have what we call
Pieces them
firearms,
out?
like
No,
yeah, basically it's
They're gold coins.
imagine a crossbow, but it doesn't have the
Right.
bow or
Then
the
we'll do that.
string. It's basically a tube and it shoots
I would like
pellets using
the 1,000-pound bag of holding.
powder, black powder
Metal
eggs.
pellet.
That is going to cost a little bit more than
Yeah,
20.
basically the size of
How much
about,
more?
How much is it
like a
going to cost you?
centimeter?
Or me, I suppose.
Surely you
100.
think me a fool.
Unfortunately.
No,
Or rather,
Pellets?
no, that
A
one is going
weapon
to
that
cost you
fires a pellet?
60. Apologies.
Oh,
I did
he
the
ain't
math wrong.
lying to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I've
more
seen these
acceptable.
bastards.
Actually,
60.
Zara has one, so if you want to
60
see
coins.
Crypt Doc. Toss me 40.
Yes, I would, very much so.
His lordship will reimburse you.
Well, I mean, we'll wait until they're done with the your lordship, but
I could totally like let you do
Here are your
make
feathers.
both. Oh, thanks.
There's one from Dawn.
Well, we don't really need those. That's mostly for the tailor, but
You'll find no better gold.
Well, we don't have a tailor.
Might I ask your affiliation?
So
Yeah.
this is probably the best second place to drop it off at.
We are the Vectorum. Servants of his lordship, Carl Albert.
I guess I can always
The
use
Fry
it to
Lords
stuff
of
some
Kjord.
some chairs if they want soft chairs, like the one Asmodeus always orders.
I don't really want to do anything
I
else.
see.
I'm only supposed to be doing the job
Right.
for my so Paul.
Do not want to keep someone of the lordship waiting.
I'll sit with you.
Sir,
Yes. Report, Captain.
the smith has offered a demonstration of something he calls a firearm.
Is her not being able to be here. And she
Oh
can
dear.
sit in my eyes.
Explain it, Smith.
Ask him how much gold it will
You're back.
cost.
That's it.
I mean, Zara's the one who
Just
has
it
it,
just
so
looks
she
like a
can
normal
show
satchel.
you when
Hand this to his lordship when we return to
can you
Kjord.
show him your flint box.
It's necessary, but so
Right.
Neither do I.
Is
I'm
that
just
what
getting
that
paid.
is? I was wondering.
Doesn't look like much.
What, am I bad company or something?
We have to go to the field to show you.
No, I just have nothing to do.
Yeah, we cannot just shoot that
Sir?
count because it's like an arrow. Like if you lose it, you can hit someone.
I'm about to, as another man.
It's a weapon.
You have my leave,
You take
Captain.
interest in
By all
this item?
means.
After you, then.
Of course, follow me.
Oh, hopefully that goes well. No, I mean.
Right.
It's not what I'm saying, but what else do you want me to do?
Follow me.
I don't know. Be your own person.
I am.
You really think I'm gonna make it over to the bar like this?
Don't worry, I'll carry ye.
Oh no!
Alright.
Please, no.
I can not to make you another one of these. I can, however, make you another version of it. As this is made out of a rather, it is very rare metal. It is one of one.
But how much would one of these cost?
One of these?
Well, the remake with the more common metal.
Oh. Oh, one moment.
You will watch the bullet sail through the armor, sail through both sides of the armor, and embed itself into the stone.
A lot like my magic spells.
This device, is it magic?
Some of it is.
Some of it is.
Some of the other of it is pure chemistry.
Chemistry. Can these be made without magic?
They can do, yes. They are a lot cheaper, and they are not made with magic.
And these pieces of metal that come out of it, are you able to reuse them?
No, unfortunately.
What is the
Not
projectile
only do
this
you need
device
to
fires? I wish to see it.
Reaches into their bag and pulls up. It looks like a metal marble.
If I may.
Yes.
Such a thing. Perhaps this land isn't all that bad.
You are certainly
Has
advanced.
the demonstration ended already?
Would you like another?
His Excellency should see it in action.
Of course.
All these can be made for relatively cheap.
It is kind of loud.
You'd see it sailed through both sides of the armor.
The device can be made with or without magic, sir. It fires a small piece of metal, as if it were a marble.
How much does the little pieces of metal cost?
Shop. Oh, the metal balls? Oh, those are not expensive at all. They are.
Incredible feat.
They could be made as cheap as 6 copper.
They said it was chemistry.
I just know you did 2 shots, which you probably weren't planning on.
No, it is fine. I have made a lot of them.
Oh.
Another thing that you need is this. Pulls out a bag full of something.
This is black powder.
They can make a lesser version of the one they carry.
Black powder. Is that to help the thing fire?
That is what causes the explosion.
Imagine an army with these weapons, unskilled.
It seems like it's almost like a science than magic.
An execution.
It is. It
How
is
long
a
must one train with this weapon?
That is the good thing about it. But a lot of what you have to do is training on reloading it, and the safety of the powder.
Powder.
A lot of the other things, it is mostly point at the target and pull the trigger.
If we were to order this in bulk, how much could we get?
That would depend. I will need to talk to my boss. I am not the boss.
If we come back with an interest, how much would you say we should request?
I would need to know an estimate of how much a singular unit would cost.
I cannot make you more of these, as this is a 1-of-1. Unfortunately. I can make you rifles. Or pistols.
Rifles. What is a rifle? Is it the same as that?
What is the difference?
It is longer.
Longer.
Bigger, so more firepower.
More unwieldy, perhaps.
Perhaps we should purchase a couple, present them to the Lord, and then he can determine from there how much he wishes to spend. If I may,
Yes.
my opinion, sirs.
Of course.
I think that would be a good idea.
The most I can
We've
sell
spent
you is
all of our
3,
gold
therefore-
for the time being, but we will
I need
return
to talk to my boss about it.
and see what is available for the treasury of this expedition. Rest assured, our Lord is wealthy, and he will be able to provide whatever you request, if he desires it and if it fits his standard.
Of course.
What does one rifle cost? Just so we have an estimate.
A rifle itself would cost anywhere, if you wanted it fancy, it can go anywhere up to 50. If you wanted it light, you can go, it starts around 7.
7? That's it?
Gold, yes. Yes.
7 gold crowns for one of those. Would not be enough to fit an army, but we could fit a unit with it, certainly.
True.
And I'm sure that the Cryptarch would be able to uncover its secrets once we were there.
Of course. So this powder, do you use it to charge it?
Yes. 101.
What is it made of? Where do you find this powder?
I have many trade deals with other people to get the powder. Takes out.
Where do they get the powder?
They most likely make it. I know how to make it. I just don't make it because it is a pain in the ass to make it. Pours the powder into the chamber, pulls a ball out, puts the ball in.
I've seen that
spins it
flash.
around,
I've seen
rams it.
flash powder like it in the
Just rebuild
court at Raiden, Your Excellency.
Hmm.
They take a small pile, I think it's some sort of mixture of saltpeter. Then when they light a match and strike it, it explodes.
You are
It's a
correct.
party trick in the courts.
Perhaps more than a party trick then.
Yes.
Very well. If we were to buy in bulk, could you reduce the price?
I could, but like I said, I would need to talk to my boss about it.
Very well.
He is the one I would need to
Tomorrow
ask to
then.
requisition the metal.
We can talk to the Lord, figure out what he wants.
Yes. Of course. And what did you say your name was again?
Zara.
Zara. My name is Sir Victus Varadir, Knight Commander of the Vectorum. Pleasure to meet you.
And my name is Gunther
Is our
Onks.
business concluded?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. My only question I have to you is... Well, one of the questions I have to you, other than your name, is do you have any elves where you are from? Or dwarves?
We do have elves. Do you want any information on them?
How are they treated?
They're talking
How are
of
they
the
treated?
Sikori. They are
treated.
not... They are apart from us.
See. Are they the high elves?
What are
Tall
I'm
high
not
elves.
sure what words you use to describe these.
Tall assholes,
Some of them?
really long ears.
They come in many shapes and sizes.
Do you have any that will look me?
Actually.
Because I am a drow. And that is... Yes. I just did not know if you had issues with that.
No, we have come to this world in peace. We are accepting of Aether's
You come
culture of
You
tolerance.
come in peace to buy weapons. I don't mind, as long as you give me the coin.
If
Wonderful.
one wants peace, make ready for war, no?
It is a saying, yes. And your name?
There we have it then.
You may call me Titus.
No.
I see.
Tell me, what is... Is your arm an artifact?
Yes. I
And
can
what
throw
does
it.
that do?
She's gonna unhook it and open it up. And you're gonna see scrolling of runes that you have no idea what the fuck they say. All throughout the interior of it.
The
I lost
Cryptarch
my
has
arm.
books that have symbols like this.
You would also see a barrel inside of here.
Hmm. And did you use this to
Yes.
replace your arm?
Yes.
Or is your arm
Unfortunately, my arm was removed.
removed?
I assume you have never been to the Underdark.
No.
It is not
What
a
is
nice
this
place. I would not
place?
recommend it. It is deep under the ground. It is where my people come from.
You talk of... Under Redwall? Is it?
Under. It is near. The Underdark is very far underground.
There are more
It
layers.
is.
Indeed.
Indeed.
And can one teleport there as well?
One can, yes. However, it is dangerous. Even you...
We will
with all
require a
your-
guide to this Underdark. In time.
Are you asking me to guide you?
If you would be so kind.
If not, you could provide a guide as well, perhaps?
But in time. Not any time.
Perhaps I can.
Not anytime soon.
As I said.
Yeah. I have much to learn about this layer
would be
before we go
able to-
down.
Do you want me to teach you? What do you want to know?
I'm always open to learning new things. This is our first day here. Vastly
We are
different
very
here than our
accepting
world.
of anything that you would have to offer.
Good day.
Hello. I'm just wondering about a group over here.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to meet yours.
My name is Gunther Angst. May I have yours?
I'm Venus.
We could pay
I'm
you
a
as a guide,
local
or
healer.
if you could provide one when the time is right. of
Oh,
course.
nice. Are you with the Healers Guild?
I will guide you. Though I warn you, it is dangerous.
Not quite. I'm still in training, and I don't want to be
There's an
hired
invisible
outside of the friends that I already know.
wouldn't be
We are familiar.
Are you
with the
training
danger.
under Califrax? I think his name was.
More sulfur, but yes.
Be dangerous at the end of the dark.
Who is Sulfur?
That I can assure you.
They are the magistrate of the island, actually.
Which is
They
why
are
we
the
will
one
have
that
you as a
lives in
guide,
the
no?
large tower.
Oh, okay. We haven't been able to meet with her
Very
yet.
tall mushroom hat of a hag.
Is she the one that lives in that one house with the very large door by the floating crystal?
I'd like to speak to you again in the future, though.
I don't know, actually.
It's just a
I thought
building
you
with a
lived in that
giant
tower,
door.
so-
We do.
Oh,
Thank you again
I
and
see.
farewell.
I'm not sure
Of course.
then.
And your king,
Oh, it's
your
okay.
country, what is it again?
But yeah, we've
I want to know the
Pleasure to
honor
meet
that
you.
I have
I heard it's your
pleasure
first day
of
here.
serving the weapons.
yes, it's very different from our home. Magic was not really welcome there.
My apologies.
So
I've heard
to
that
see
quite a few times, and it's most distressing to hear that.
to see all this magic around is kind of putting me at ease.
My apologies, I misspoke.
You are fine.
Yeah, it's a lot to a lot
Brave
of
knights.
people, and barely anything
I
to a lot
salute you in
more.
your quest.
It's
and
interesting
hope
to
that you
see
have
all
safe
of the
passage
different
back
cultures mix.
to wherever you go.
Thank you for aiding
It's
us.
definitely been some interesting interactions so
Always
far.
happy to help. Now, if you would excuse me, I have other orders.
Indeed.
We were told that Master Califrax is teaching people, but he's sick right now, so he
Yes.
isn't.
Yes, he's sick and he's resting, to my understanding. But normally he hosts lessons in this area.
This one knows the magistrate.
Oh, good.
Is that
yes.
so?
Well, I know of them, and I've had a few conversations. Yes, it's not like we're. I work under them or anything, though.
I see. My name is Sylvectis Varadir. I'm the Knight Commander of the
Venus.
Vectorum in service to his lordship Karl Albert.
Ah,
It is a
I
pleasure to
see.
make your acquaintance, Venus. Are you a native of this world, this home to Aether and Redwall?
I actually come from the outskirts of the Feywilds, a small village that no one else seems to have known. But I have been here for quite some time.
Feywilds, interesting. We are countrymen from Regia. It is a far-flung world at the edge of the ethereal sea. But we are very glad to be here now. We have had a very welcoming reception from the locals. It is a very kind community we find.
And indeed, everyone here is willing to help out in some way, no matter what it is.
No doubt. From the groundskeeper to the owner of the Artisans Guild. We've had a great amount of assistance in our expedition. We are here looking for magical artifacts. And we
I
are also
see.
going to assist the groundskeeper in finding some of these seeds for the ley lines that dot the isle.
Ah, quite interesting. I do know
We've been
that,
told.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I have been told that the ley lines here are artificial, if I believe. And it's all powered by the crystal, that we have to make sure that magic keeps going into the crystal as we do not all fall.
Perhaps the groundskeeper was mistaken then. They explained that the ley lines were the colored trees and that they feed mana to the crystal. A little
Both
bit of
statements
confusing
could be true.
reports.
It's one of those things that the original magistrate probably would have been able to explain something. I think they were actually the one responsible for rebuilding parts of the island. As you'll notice, that whole chunk of the island has been rebuilt. To my understanding, parts of it have been crumbling. But the old magistrate has since then vanished. I actually don't know what happened to her.
A vanishing magistrate.
A
And who
little
is the new
unsettling.
magistrate?
The new one is Sulfur. She's a very, very large woman, a large mushroom hat. She's actually a hag, so she's a bit hard to miss. I think she's, about 8.5 feet or so. Quite large.
My goodness. Well, we will be on the lookout for this sulfur, for sure. Perhaps we can assist in the search for this forgotten magistrate. Who knows what we might turn up while we are scrounging around for the secrets of this bold new world.
Indeed, I'm sure that she'll appreciate any help. She enjoys plenty of adventurers putting their time and effort into helping the island and such, so I'm sure you'll be welcomed.
Nah, so do we. Enjoy a good adventure, don't we?
Of course.
Of course. We wouldn't be here if we didn't.
Indeed. Well, do you all hail from the material plane then, not from the Aether Sea?
We are from far away at the edge of the ethereal sea.
Ah, okay.
Yes, from a
Well,
land called Regia.
Regia. I'm not familiar at all, but they said that it's not welcoming to magic.
That one may need
My
healing.
gods. Is John okay?
I think he's fine. He wasn't over by us. I was wondering if you can give me healing since you said you were a healer. I shouldn't be using my normal strategy at the moment since apparently someone wants another bout.
So wait,
Do you require
how
assistance,
does
Venus?
the healing work? Because I need it as well.
Okay, well...
I did beat him up quite badly.
The Crypt Dark will want to know.
Okay.
Of course.
Let me go ahead and see if how
Do
I
we
do.
just stand here?
Yes,
we just stand here. He's not really used to magics and bouts and whatnot.
Okay. With the 13.
Why are you by yourself, by the way?
John has decided to run off. I don't know where, so I'm entertaining myself and wandering about. So, this is what I'm doing.
Where did you all say you were from?
Regia.
Is that where, if I can recall correctly, the old head of the town guardian Aether is from? Is that correct? Am I thinking of another land?
I think you're thinking of another land.
That is a very different land.
Good.
We're the first from our world to walk on another plane.
Okay, your wounds stitched together, but they're going to be achy for a little while.
Right, like...
Yeah, you just stand there, and I'll attempt to heal.
You don't suppose.
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintances.
I hope
I am
unlikely.
All right.
Lady.
Your wounds are going
Opal.
to stitch together quite well.
My lady.
And the ache is very minimal.
I am Sir Vector's Valadier. I'm the Knight Commander of the Vectorum, here in service of Lord Carl Albert, the Free Lord of Keelholt.
There you go.
Well, it does.
I see. Well, it's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances.
Yes, of course.
I'm sorry for the bloodied appearance. I am currently, apparently, everybody's sparring partner today, and was not expecting that.
You must be a great fighter to have everyone want to spar with you.
There's an old man about to fight the
Why is there an old man? Oh.
Heavenly battle. Something about a great battle commencing.
I see.
Good. I was about to be worried for you, depending on who they were. I thank you very much for the healing.
Of course.
Be wary of those that call themselves the Inquisition, though. If you see them.
Yes. Of
Do we need to keep an eye on them as well, Commander?
Yes. It's gracious.
The Inquisition, you say?
Yes, the Inquisition.
What have they done to...
They have not been too kind to the people here in Aether and other places as well, and should definitely have an eye out on them. Let's just say bringing roughly around 30 dead bodies to our magistrate is definitely not something that should be done.
Dead bodies. Didn't think you could hurt people here.
A breach of etiquette, then.
You can't. They left with these people, killed them, and brought them back.
Oh.
They are barbaric. And sadly, even if you hear people from here leaving, going back to their country, it is sadly the Inquisition that has caused it, not them. So do be kind to the people, just not the Inquisition. God's not
Of course, we come here in peace, and we shall be wary of this Inquisition. Thank you for the warning.
Of course.
Is there anything else that we should be concerned with?
An old man. Not that I
Best
can
of
know.
luck.
Why are
If
there
you need
two
more
old
healing, I'll
men
be here.
in
Sorry, a bit too loud. I told you, an old man and a noble.
So this
Captain,
healing magic you have.
let us retire for a moment. I wish to speak
Yes.
with
How
you
does
in
it work?
private.
Oh, I pull the magic energies from around me and I make it so your body wishes to fix itself. So it's very little interaction on my part, really. I'm just urging your body to do its natural process, just a lot faster.
And what does it cost?
A bit of energy on my end. I do not charge for my services, as I'd rather everyone stay alive more than my pockets get heavy with useless metal.
So it just makes you tired from using it?
Yes, in extreme times, I participated in large-scale battles where I healed far too much, and I had a blackened burn that would travel up my arms. It was quite horrendous. I've never healed that much before.
So an overuse of magic caused physical damage to the body. Interesting.
Yes.
Where we're from, our abilities are very limited. Due to not having the proper knowledge, I can only do basic things. Why I'm planning to learn under Caliphrax. So it's good to learn some of the damages.
Yes. Every spell has a cost, and every mage has their own mana pool. It's, I guess, consider it the same as how much you can run, but instead of falling over and passing out, you burn yourself.
So it's like a magical stamina, one could say.
Basically, yes. You'll feel it when you get close to your limits, and it's best not to, stray too far into it.
Good to know. Thank you.
And how long does it take for this energy to restore?
Usually some good rest ought to do it, though mana potions do help quite a lot. You can't rely on it too much. If you drink too many potions, it'll upset your stomach, and then you'll end up losing more than you're gaining. But a potion will restore a bit. Otherwise, it takes a day or two of rest, and you'll feel well rested. Though your environment also does help. I find that my magic personally thrive when I am under non-artificial sunlight. So, for example, this place does not help me, but another place would, if back on the material plane.
So does staying close to the trees or ley lines or crystal help people in getting their magic back?
Some people, I do believe it depends on your affinities, or just how you connect to the magics around you. I personally don't feel any much more personal gain. I do feel the magics around me, but not so much for me, if that makes sense.
It does. I've felt the magic around me since I got here. One of the things that are actually making me calm. It's a feeling that I wish I had.
I'm just having casual conversation. No need to be worried.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Good day.
Greetings.
Everything alright?
Yes, I was just explaining how magic works here, since they're from near the outskirts of the Aether Sea, Etheric Sea. So.
She's been very informative.
Try my best to explain all the concepts I've been learning the past few months.
Most helpful a world magic is forbidden by our laws. We have come on behalf of our Lord, our Albert of Kir, discovering a great deal ever since we have been quite surprised with what we have found.
Yes.
Incredible
find
world
magic
here.
in great abundance here.
Yes.
People use it for even the most mundane of things.
So we have discovered.
It's
And you
definitely
are?
a complete difference from our world.
Really matter what my name is. So you intend to meet me again?
Oh, we intend to meet everyone again and again, as long as the island is welcoming to have us. My name is Gunther Ungst. A pleasure to meet you, Amity.
And I am Ambassador Titus. A pleasure.
And I'm having a bit of a headache.
Those are quite frequent here.
I would suggest that you speak to the smith, the drow. She explains that these firearms are
Getting better.
Oh dear, there's an old man on the ground.
Commander believes you would be interested.
I may need to step away for a moment.
Yes.
That's fine. Take your time and compose your head.
I'm going to observe the fight that's happening.
Yeah, they may need help soon.
Whoa, oh dear.
Pretty sure.
A spectacle then.
So it would seem.
We've collected quite a bit of knowledge.
Apparently this magistrate over in that building we really need to talk to.
But he is sick.
No, the magistrate.
Magistrate is the hag. They refer to them as named Sulfur.
Yes.
They insult people so openly here.
Strange.
That is what she
I don't
said,
plan
and I
on
believed
using
the
hag.
same at first, but then she claimed that they were 8 feet tall and had a mushroom on their head. So perhaps it is what they are.
Sure.
All right, I am feeling much better now.
Good.
Good.
Good, Night Commander.
We have to search for the magistrate now.
Apparently, you can't miss them.
Very It sounds like not, no.
But seeing as how we haven't seen
That
this
Venus
magistrate yet.
was incredibly kind and useful. I think that
Yes,
we will
likely
need
that
to...
they're indisposed.
That's what I was thinking. So maybe we should join and watch the fighting over there.
think that we
We may
will
be
need
able to
to
pick up some more information from people.
make use of their information and their knowledge later.
Yes.
I do have
Perhaps you
some
could
more
pick up a
knowledge to
scroll.
add in regards to the magical confinements of this land.
They seem to share magic openly here. You could learn something.
Let us listen to what Ignatius has to say. He has a report
sorry.
for all of us.
No offense taken. I heard an announcement today by someone who represented what they called a council of archmages. Apparently, this group is so powerful that they can openly restrict and allow spells that are being cast and punish magic users that go against their rulings. And apparently, this council has been issuing such rulings for 7,000 years.
7,000 years.
At least.
Be sure to tell the Cryptarch of this. It will help him in his research.
Yes. I also learned there's apparently a college of magi. An entire higher institution of learning. Where they go and teach hundreds, perhaps thousands of people magic. All at once.
This is a great deal to contend with. Gunther, Ignatius, I want both of you to look more into this, and if necessary apply to this College of Magi. Seek whatever information you can find. Take any avenue.
I already planned on talking to this Califax to learn under him.
Very good.
At least then I may be able to find out more about the island.
Priceless. Well done.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
The Lord will
Vectorum and our mission well.
Of course. Now, I think Gunther had a good suggestion. Perhaps we should...
Yes, please.
It seems that the fight is
over?
already over. Strange.
Well, there may have more. I know the one got healed saying that people wanted to fight her. So she may have another fight.
Well, with your leave, Knight Commander. Unless you have another directive.
Not at this time. Please, go ahead. Enjoy yourselves. Mingle and... mingle.
I believe we've collected enough information for the day. Enjoy yourselves.
If we learn anything else, we'll inform you.
Of course. Yeah.
Notice they may use spells in their fights.
To your own prerogatives. We will return to the door.
Oh, come with us. Can you come with us? Mr. Thor.
2 old people were fighting. Yes.
I am curious, Gunther.
Willing to join on the journey. She's quite the cook.
What do you actually think of this place?
I actually thoroughly enjoy it.
Show them, Mew Mew. Show your war face.
We do realize we've seen none of its... What? It's what?
It feels nice not to be hunted for what we are.
That's very terrifying. Very terrifying.
They actually seem proud.
I presume you did not hear the word Inquisition, like I did.
But apparently, this whole island doesn't like them. That does worry me, but if they're not really allowed here, which I don't know how that works, with the whole you can't do anything to people. So it's not like they can like drag you off the island to do anything.
Well, apparently they can, because that's what happened not too long ago.
Well, they may not have known.
If what these people tell us is true. The point I'm trying to make, Panther, is that we have not seen the underbelly of this place yet. Is that not a fair assessment?
Oh, we do need to learn everything we need to know, but I'm just saying the overarching feel. Like I don't feel malicious intent so far.
Yes, well, magic can cover many things.
We have you three, we have Amber.
If you find any like Aquans or deep sea folk, they really resist cold. Not necessarily me, but just general Aquans are very cold resistant.
Me. I heard you wanted to jump off the cliff, and I don't like that, so don't jump off the cliff.
Alright, now I'm going to try and see if I can find them.
I know it's a common occurrence. I've seen it quite a few times. So that's
Is that you? New armor, I think. Howard?
Yes.
New armor. Monopoly status. No jumping. I might actually need you for that. No, with you being part of the Red Bull Garden and all that spell.
You know, I heard there was a one.
concussive matrix, I think is okay.
Very serious
You now.
Sleep.
Fight alongside me again?
Pulls out a small little vial, cracks it open, puts your vial underneath your nose. It is Aztec smelling salt.
Here's a bandage.
Well, that woke him up pretty quickly.
Excuse me.
For the record, you almost made me lose brains,
Quite
and I have
strong.
brains. I don't
It
have bonds.
would open your sinuses.
Are you sure you have brains?
I have sentient brain. You fucked up my word patterns. Now I can't word.
If you know what smelling salts are,
I have
strong ammonia smell.
Don't do that to the man. Like, their handwriting's already bad. Like, don't make it worse.
To be perfectly honest, I've cared for him since he was young, so I know how much he can take.
Some side effects will might be nosebleeds.
The one who has the glowy stick.
Hemorrhaging in the eyes.
Yes.
And
Hi.
also
How do I get this out? They shot me with the flash stick. And now it's just the flash sticks. He shot me with it, and now I'm leaking quite a lot of blood.
Eye and my nose.
Step away from everyone because you're
It's just some
fucking
blood
massive.
capillaries popping. It's fine.
Listen, this is what happens when you don't just get up. Just do better.
You're right. I don't get up. Why?
That was
They need another dose of smelling
Oh,
salts.
that's it too.
Not yet. It's
Why are you still on the
clock? You spooky bitch.
Hey everybody, I'm gonna keep this brief because I know you're RPing. Great job, everybody. I had tons of fun. Keep RPing. Had a lot of fun. I think you all did great.
I'm fine. Oh, I don't need salt.
I don't need you to send me to Brooklyn.
I'm glad you kept him grounded.
Get the fuck out of here.
Down to reality.
Thing that's used to send particles together.
I will see myself out now.
So you're lucky you're not. Don't get shot again.
Quite a bit of noise, to be fair.
It's interesting.
A lot of them are magic today than I thought.
How are they able to fight each other? I thought you couldn't get hurt on this island.
Perhaps there's something about the localized area. This is a training field, after all.
Maybe this was a training area because the ability of the island left a spot.
You missed the homeless people fighting, yes.
With this new breadth of magic in front of us, it could be any number of things. Truly got that.
Oh, that's why I plan on asking one of them. Where's...
I can't do that. Thank you for letting me know. No. See, I can't.
I'll ask her later.
Wait out of my league.
Or we could just ask the magistrate when we finally talk to her.
I can't compete with that.
Whoever she may be.
Fine cut fucking marble.
But like, the big one was shot with one of those weapons. Like, I'm sure he probably didn't want that. So why did it actually hurt him?
Oh no.
Perhaps it has something to do with consent. Some kind of ward, maybe?
Well, I could see the people fighting for the consent, but I don't think he consented to be shot.
It could be as simple as a malfunction in this field, whatever it is. Perhaps it stops true death, but maybe it doesn't protect you all the time.
And I'm intrigued. I want to learn all the little loopholes.
They did say they had to sacrifice their own mana to the crystal to keep it powered. That presumes that it can eventually run out.
True, but I think we would also know when it's running out because the island would be falling.
Well, if what I heard is true and these archmages have been active for millennia, who knows how much power may be stored here. Perhaps they don't think about it anymore because it's just a formality at this point.
You'll need 1,000 years before you can sneak up on me. I do not like talking to porcupines. I don't like
She's literally.
Hopefully this Caliprax feels better soon. Definitely with all the questions I have right now, I don't think he would be able to handle it.
In the meantime, we should strive to find these students. They're our next best bet.
Yeah. The one we talked to a bit ago didn't actually... she's not trained under Caliprax.
The one with the staff. The orange-haired one.
Yeah. She's not a student. My idea still stands. We should probably ask that one in the brown coat that we talked to earlier that is a student. Find out who the other students are.
Yes, Rio. Though he seems indisposed.
Busy at the moment, yeah.
Well, if you want to try and pry those secrets from him, I say go for it. I think I'm going to try and figure out,
Question. An old man hasn't burrowed out of the sand over here and eaten anybody else's ears, have they?
No.
She says you are a marble statue.
I see.
No,
Right.
I didn't say any of that.
Again, how is that a sentence? If we can't hurt people.
I think there's a lot of things we don't know, Quinta.
No, they are not daggers, and I have not killed anyone with my hands. I'm sure that has happened. Probably talking about an elf, and if so, that is kind of a bad thing to say about their ears. It's offensive. They don't kill with their ears. They don't kill with their ears, and it's not that they don't.
They don't kill. I get it. You name it ninja.
I've been doing a lot of research.
Sure. Sure.
Pardon.
Yes.
Perhaps a representative of the government of this locality, by any chance?
I am not, no. I am not a representative of this government, no.
You're not some sort of law enforcement by your make?
Not here, I am not. Back home a bit of a night, but more or less here on research, as it were.
Is also the smaller ones that they gave me, the cracked ones.
Very well. I was just curious. You seemed official enough. Pardon me.
You can actually
It is fine. I am technically official in one regard, but sadly not the one you're looking for.
a broken fire stone.
Of course.
And if you
It seems like this place governs itself.
say you're
Somehow.
on an adventure and you do not have anything to say,
Definitely feels
otherwise have here.
like somehow things are flowing with some kind of order. But we just don't know the order. I feel like it's something with a code and we just need to decode this island.
Possibly.
He definitely looks like he's under a lot of pressure.
Yes, so it would seem.
Because in our tune, they can take the magic they corruption too. So
Any of you old men, and are you willing to kill someone else for fun?
Which means you can use it for any other purpose as well. It's interchangeable.
Very
useful for magic.
Hi, old man here for the homeless people case.
I don't get it. I truly don't get it.
Do you need to know my name?
Don't worry.
I don't get it. I truly
need to know if there's an old man around here looking to kill someone.
Well, looks like now's your chance. Before someone else corners him.
Yes, do you know who the other students are? We didn't want to annoy you with questions the entire day.
I kind of got some of their names, but not exactly.
Do you have...
I could show you in my book, but
Sure.
I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a good idea.
Why?
Why not?
Well, if you're not a mage, see, my book puts you to sleep.
I am a mage.
I am a mage as well.
Oh, cool. So that means you'll have an advantage reading it. Here, roll for yourself.
There you go, it's like...
Are you reading it as well, by the way?
Oh yeah, I could do the...
So you roll for yourself too?
Yeah, give me
Wait, how do you do the in-character rolling thing?
So you click the back of your head, a thingy will pop up, and you just go to dice roller.
Yeah, I'm not seeing shit. I'll just roll down my stream.
Okay.
Is 13 enough to not pass out?
Yep, so you would feel the effects coming on with a 13. You feel the effects coming with a 13, but you'd be able to shrug it off. You
17.
still can't make out what's in the book. 17? Okay, so you see one of the names on the list. You see one from one of the classes. Whoever you know that's in that mage class, because I really don't know the names of a lot of them.
Is it just everyone? Is it everyone that's under, getting trained under Califax in the book? Because I only know of one person.
So just the one person.
Whatever that one, so just the one person.
So, Kelly.
You're able to make out one name. There you go.
Right.
Yeah, Miss Kelly's in there.
What does she look like?
What are you trying to do to people again?
No, they asked. Well, because I don't have a lot of things down.
Is what?
I saw nothing wrong with the book.
I'm a fucking
I did detect some kind of magical effect, but
It's something light. It was fine. So, what does this Miss Kelly look like?
She's really great. She's unique. She's cool. But as for what she looks like, I don't. She has one eye that's blind, and another eye is cool. She has a hat usually.
I'm not the only one that saw that, right?
Legs and stuff like that.
I saw it too, you're not crazy.
I would hope that she has legs.
Do you practice magic by chance?
Outfit color.
No, I do not have
any,
an ounce of
like,
magic in my
Usually
body.
brown with a bit of green and purple.
Interesting.
That's her outfit color.
So besides the eye, is there any other distinguishing marks?
Actually, isn't.
Not really.
Okay.
My situation
Oh,
is a
thank
little
you.
unique.
I'll
It
keep my eye out
renders my
for.
use of magic void.
I just didn't want to, bug you the entire day with questions about the island and, magic and everything else. So.
The one word I would use to describe this.
All good.
island
No worries. You're
quite
fine.
easily.
Now, if you could please excuse me, I need to go to the lake by the entranceway.
1 second.
Excuse me.
Excused.
Thing, the stone circle. When we moved it,
Oh, look at you,
Interesting.
walking on your own.
circle itself, which means
I'm so proud of you.
point to where we wanted it to be.
I'm so proud of you.
Safer, more secure location.
Aw,
We're
sweetie.
able to use this. He's going to put his hand into
They're about 100 years too late.
and then he's going to
to
pull
try
out a
and use
small
me that
bag,
way.
jingle it, and put it back in. It's like a spatial inventory.
Anyway.
Useful.
Oh Lord.
I hate my life.
We use some.
I'll see you in the
tools
battlefield
from
one day.
And then
I'm
use
just
it
gonna
to
go.
turn around the area and then.
I hope she was pointing at you and not me.
to lift it.
No, this is me. This is me.
To go.
Don't worry, they're not going after you.
Deposited it where we wanted it to be. Took a lot of
Yes, I was simply curious because, well, this is my first day here, and it's such a grand departure from where I come from. I'm just trying to piece it all together.
I'm going to be honest with you, trying to piece together this place is
Seems like a lot of work.
very large waste of time. Because just looking around just this one small area, there's already several things I can't explain. Like this. Here, wait here one moment. Good sir, come here.
Finders, keepers, whatever you want to call it. I appear to be stuck. Why am I stuck?
Yes.
One moment. I need to free myself. There we are.
I want you to eat something in front of him.
Apologies. I got myself caught on something under my foot.
Did I hear that right?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I think
The bats are
if
friends.
this here has
I didn't
ended,
say
I
to eat
think
the
I might
bats.
continue my wander around.
Oh, well, charges it, and then kicks you again. If you have food, I'll eat.
You're one of the few people
Yeah.
who have
Johnson
actually
and
taken
Have
the
this
time.
cracker.
I appreciate it.
Leo,
I try to make time for
what's
everything.
going on?
And full for the
so
crap.
cool. This really is testing my patience, honestly, because he involves me old.
And what, it
Oh,
just
whoopsie goes right
disappears?
through me.
The last time I was here, some
Let me try that again. Wow, well, pardon me. Pardon me. Third time's the charm, right?
So this is just...
They talk,
I mean,
they are capable of thought.
Yummy, yummy, yum.
Did we actually see it go through, like, the inside of the shirt? If it went inside the shirt, it should get... Oh, yeah. I figured I'd get stuck in the shoe, but okay.
There's plenty of things on this island you cannot explain.
I would love to visit wherever you come from, sir. It seems to be such a...
Oh, no you don't.
Why?
I can promise you, it's better here. It's better here where we will have to hold hands and be friends. Like,
this one's a magic user.
So I got the name of one of the other students of this Caliprox.
Oh.
A Miss Kelly.
Miss Kelly.
Sir Otto actually gave us an introduction to the Master Califax. We have arranged a meeting.
Oh, great. When is this meeting?
The only thing he can seem to transmute.
We are going to wait for the
days from now.
Archmage's convenience, yes.
Oh,
We'll be awaiting word from them. But he was a kindly man.
until then, I'll find this Miss Kelly and ask some more questions.
It's not so sparing, I'd say. There were different... how do you say?
No, we have
diverse
one.
forms.
Will you drink with us?
Of course I will.
From a place that is sparse with magic.
Why do you come from somewhere sparing of magic when you look like this? Also, just, I don't really know how to get rid of the chest. I'm just...
Because... would you want the entire story, or do you just want the short notes?
Well, let me get the chair back. Full story, go.
Right, Commander.
I think he's gonna be busy.
Go ahead, Ignatius.
Just know we have wine waiting for you.
He ran away like a coward.
If you need to leave, I shall catch up.
You win!
Sure, I can find you.
won!
Don't stop yourself on my account.
I'm hearing a story.
Fair, I probably need to leave soon. As much as I would love to hear the story, I must hear it another time.
Leave.
Of course.
You know, I'd like to hear the recount.
You're missing a half
It was wonderful to see you, though.
Actually, I think I'll have to
Well,
leave.
I say long, but it's not going to be that long at all. So, quite simple. I come from a place far away from here. From a kingdom called Rizian. And in this place, 1,000 years ago, primeval titans strode through our world. Colossal, monstrous, unyielding in strength and power-wielding magics you cannot possibly fathom with 1,000 years of contemplation.
Uh-huh.
They tore our world apart, set fires to our homes, killed countless, and finally, after enough time had passed, the many races of the world, as disparate as they were, had had enough. And they came together to fight back against the Titans, as hopeless as that cause was. But they fought. For centuries they fought. And they fought so hard that eventually the gods of this world, they eventually, perhaps out of their own pity, or perhaps they realized the tide could be turned, joined the mortal races and fought against the Titans as well. And again, the war waged for centuries. Oh no, I wish I was. Trust me, I wish I was. So, this war finally concluded, and by the very nature of me standing here, the mortal races won. But it came at quite a cost. Less than 1%. Think of that number, less than 1% of the entirety of the population of my home. The entire world. Gone, as if they were never there. Oh. Calamity. There was no other word for it. So, my people, the races that were left, again as disparate and Argumentative as they were, they all made a pact. The one thing that, no matter where their politics took them, they could agree on. Seal magic. Throw it away. Make sure it was never brought again because of the danger it could run. It was far too much a risk for anyone. And so they did. The true method of its sealing has been lost to us, but they managed to do it. Suppress it, seal it away. Until now, for most people, it is nothing more than a myth. Most people where I come from don't even believe in magic anymore. We here know better, obviously, but for good reason.
We are the first from our world to walk on the plane of another. Our door to this world was only twisted open several days ago.
How strange. You know, it's quite similar.
Really?
I had a similar case myself. The world I came from was entirely destroyed, except I wasn't fighting titans or sealing away magic. I was fighting a bunch of kids, to be honest. But they were powerful. They were very powerful. So I kind of understand where you're coming from. We had to get rid of them too, but by extreme means. Oh, trust me, these children were a nightmare. I mean, they have superpowers and things like that. It was terrible. It was awful. Just awful. Headaches every day, you know, that kind of thing. Every Thursday of my life. Oof. But we got rid of them in the end. Big white space. Everything just became nothing. Nothing remained. It was all wiped out of the history books, if you will. And now I'm here.
I see.
So I don't have to talk about it anymore. Except I did. So I'm gonna contradict myself.
Yeah. With good reason, of course. And we thank you for sharing. It is a bit of a sore spot for our world, obviously, but we are here to try and change that as little as we can.
So Dallas,
Well, I'm sure you're doing great.
Tell us about yourself.
About me?
Yes.
We
come from another land. Where to start? We don't even know what you are.
I'm me. I'm not really sure what to tell you.
You are not a man. You are not Sokoran. You're not a monster. You're not a devil, are you? Are you a devil, or are you a devil, perhaps? I kid with you.
You know, I never really thought it much. I suppose, in your own terms, I'd be more a spirit. You see, I'm more the mask than I am the body. Well, I'm a mask in hands. The body comes with whatever I find.
I see. And what if somebody... What if you were to be put on someone else? Is that appropriate to ask?
What, the mask?
Yeah.
I would simply be on somebody's face, which is really disturbing to think about. I'd rather not be put on someone's face. It's not like I'd possess them or anything. It's just really gross. Because that's like my face.
Yeah.
My entire head. That's like if I were to skin someone and then put it on my face kind of thing.
I see.
Quite odd.
Are there others like you?
Others like me? Oh boy. Don't even get me started. There were 4 of these other guys. They all had sidekicks, minions. I hated them. They didn't get along with any of them. So that's why I left. Well, I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice as to why I left, because as I said before, the place went all wide, and I came here as an escape.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun here.
Oh, I have. I've been here for... 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days here in place. And, it's been alright. I've been chased by this one person. Just one small cat, green hair, blind. They do this thing of a green circle, and I start falling in slowly and slowly and slowly, and it's the worst.
More magics, I suppose.
This reminds me of home with the teenagers with the superpowers and the hero outfits.
Oh.
I probably sound insane to you.
No.
After seeing
ready
what
to
we've
believe
seen
about
of this
anything,
island, yeah. If we would have talked to you yesterday.
That governs here. Yes, most likely.
So, weather's nice.
Yeah.
So it seems. This place seems a bit too idyllic.
Except for the big purple mist way off over the roof.
Yeah, do you know what that is, or...
I have absolutely no idea, but it's a big evil-looking orb, and I'm kind of loving it.
I'll have to ask the magistrate.
Later.
Yeah, that too.
Because, well...
Before the day's out, we could go over there.
I may or may not have been viewed as a bit of an enemy. But since coming here, I've been reformed, and I find myself enjoying people. You know, so I have a natural sort of liking towards ominous black and purple mists that seem to want to end the world. But I have no intention of pushing this intention.
Of course, still is a bit disconcerting to admit to that, so be careful who you tell that to.
I will. I told a few people, and they've been like, well, your friends sound like bad news. Don't hang around them. And I'm like, oh, I won't. You know.
Well,
because I physically can't see them anymore, because they've disappeared into the void.
Perhaps that's for the best.
They were also enemies. To the kids that we were fighting.
Well, at least you now stand here, and you can make something different of yourself. Worth something.
Yes, I used to do all these huge things, and now I just kind of do chair. Boom, plastic chair. Go away, plastic chair.
More than most can do. So.
I want to eventually get to a point where I summon a throne, and woof, from the dirt it comes, and I sit in it, and I look pretty cool as everyone comes to me and says hi, and I make some friends.
Cannot fault you for that. That does remind me, though. I still need to find out about the spinning purple death orb.
Oh, yeah. I'd probably go at least look at that.
It wouldn't hurt.
Thank you.
We do have a bottle of wine.
Is this a handshake?
Yes.
Yes.
Put it there. Okay, good talk.
Yes. You have an excellent day, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
see you later.
Good day.
Have a good one.
That is not his wish. Not at this time, Sir Walter.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh, I miss my group chat.
But you're going to investigate the purple orb. Wondering if you guys would like to come.
Emissary, if Serato is ready.
Of course, always.
Are you bringing the
can
wine
crack
with
into
you,
our
or are
wine.
we grabbing... Okay.
I have the wine in the bag of holding the Cryptarch left with me.
Very nice.
Bag of holding. Sounds so innocuous when you say it like
Purchased that from the drow, yes?
You think they could have had a better name?
Yes.
Perhaps we should clean it.
What is it? They said a
We will
pocket
make sure to
dimension,
give it
right?
a blessing once we return to Keelholt. I'm not even sure what that means, a pocketed dimension.
Have this sleepy time.
Some nonsense, I'm sure.
No, because it's hard for me to eat. But I can turn into a bear.
See what's going on here.
That's why I asked if turn into bear.
The translation.
They have that sleeping thing when it gets too cold.
What? I said I don't have nightmares, I have crises. So I dream of people I love. Are you my lover?
That I am a part of that are private.
Go with it. Just go.
I mean, you know, it just.
No.
I think they could
No.
be.
Oh, well.
Hey, play a
Well,
little
you could
bit,
be,
you
I
know,
mean-
get the tension going.
I did not hear you, my lady. I understand. Thank you.
Funny how freely that crystal and its shards dance about in the air.
Honestly, I
As
find
if-
it more interesting that they leave it out in the open.
As if held by some sort of invisible marionette strings.
As has been said, this entire plane is infused with magic from every rock and tree. The shock that there's not more things floating. Quite honestly.
What do you make of this?
Some kind of
A grave, perhaps?
an idol, maybe. Some kind of deity.
There appears to be a
There are runic
workshop
symbols
of sorts in his
by the
public
entrance.
deity.
May offer a
Yes,
blessing
surely
to
some
the
sort of
people that
god.
made it.
Some honored craftsman.
I could swear I've seen something like this before. Can't recall where. Now. So, let's get up close.
Gunther, Ignatius, I want the two of you to investigate this orb magically if you're able to. I don't care if it takes a ritual. Or if you need to draw a circle or whatever it is. We may be here for some time.
I feel like before we start doing things to this, we should figure out what they know about it first.
If I could describe it, Knight Commander, it would be as if a very beacon of magical power. Of what kind I could not even begin to tell you, unfortunately. Still. As good a place as any to sit and take stock, if nothing else, gentlemen.
Crack open.
So. Oh my. The Knight Commander reveals himself. An honor.
Everybody take a drink. Let's see how Aether's reserve holds up against Parisian Red.
Oh. Well, it tastes like it was crafted in a low street brew house.
There's
Show 'em the
something
one for
you'd
the
get on the
Lord.
streets of.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. This one is exclusively for his lordship, but it was apparently bottled eons ago. More so they said.
Eons.
Well, let's hope that's actually true.
Surely that word cannot mean the same thing to them as it does to us.
Thank you, emissary, but
Likely
the mere
not.
presence of magic is nauseating enough as it is. I don't need anything to upset.
I just hope you didn't get ripped off.
Very well.
How much was that other bottle?
I'm afraid we won't like this plague.
The expensive one you don't want to know.
Captain, if this
Well, there
this
goes
is
my
any
plan.
indication.
Everything here offends me.
As it does me, Knight Captain. This entire plane. Everything.
Your Excellency?
The people. The ground. Everything. These fools.
Strange.
No, not strange, Knight Commander. Foolish.
Tilt your head back. Serato.
Thank you.
Tilt your head all the
Commander,
way
not
back.
necessary.
Down
I'm
the
nauseous
hatch.
enough as it is. Thank you.
I have a whole person spell ready. You just let me know.
I will gut you from stem to stone,
Very
old
good.
man. Don't test me.
The bottle's right here if anybody wants it.
Well, I know Gunther's opinion of this place. I know the Knight Captain's. I know my own. What of our two erstwhile leaders, Ambassador, Knight Commander. What is your take of this place,
They have a very different way of living here. Something we'll have to adjust to. But we will. And when we do, we'll bring back any artifact we need. The Lord will be pleased. Until then, even with your distaste for magic, I think that it's best that we use it. Others will have an unfair advantage if we don't.
I'm not saying we don't. I just won't be happy about it.
And that is quite alright.
However, if this deal does not work out with Mr. Califax, we may be at odds with this Mages Guild when it comes to procuring the artifacts we desire.
This is true.
So we must tread carefully. Yeah.
To make sure we don't get the short end of the deal.
Well spoken, Serato.
Very good.
And Serato proposed that if Serato proposed that if his Master Califax was not able to agree to our conditions, we might exploit one of his less morally complicated students. Perhaps somebody more, how do I say, mercantile.
In Gunther, I think that's where you would come in. You plan to join the school, correct?
Yes.
Then we
I
have
did
an in.
overhear him explaining that he would be holding off on lessons for a while until his health improved. So we may be waiting a bit.
Yes, but in the meantime, I could try to learn from the students. Anything's better than nothing.
Learn what you can, but keep an eye out for one that you think would be malleable.
Malleable. Everyone here seems to not have a dishonest bone in their body. They seem also... what's the word? Lax.
Unnatural?
Another word for it. They're all too comfortable. They're all so open and giving. And of magic, nonetheless.
I can't imagine there are many hardships here. Without dying. Tja. They must live easy. Nothing like where we are from. But remember, that just makes them weaker. We will be back.
Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses.
True. Procure more of these firearms. I have no doubt in my mind I could conquer this island and anything below it within a day.
I would be careful about placing your eggs ahead of your chickens, Captain. Especially
Though
if
I
this
do.
dominion is anything to be spoken of.
Your enthusiasm is impressive, though.
I consider it strength of will more than enthusiasm.
We have been here for a day. We should not underestimate any of the forces here. They possess powers beyond any of our comprehension. In time, when we have developed a better picture of both their abilities and our lordship's desires, we may make determinations about those possibilities. However, for the time being, we are on a fact-finding mission, and a mission of diplomacy.
You say this, but I've heard the stories. You're already brewing up a plan, aren't you?
Your Excellency, I don't know of what you speak.
Okay. Sure you don't.
It is not for no reason you were placed in charge of this expedition, Knight Commander, especially by Lord Albert of all people.
His lordship simply wants to make sure that you are all protected by the Vectorian Knights on this dangerous expedition into another world. It is always good for the military to lead any expeditions into uncharted lands. Do you not agree, Ignatius?
Oh, most certainly, Knight Commander. I cannot count the number of times a knight has saved me from certain death. And if what I'm looking at is to be believed, I believe we're going to need all the help we can get. Perhaps even from the people here, eventually. If we can turn them.
I am of a similar mind.
People around here seem to be rather accepting of magic. It's going to be very hard to convince them otherwise.
Their very world is built on it, and we will be using magic as well, Sir Otto. I plan to become a spellblade, and Ignatius here is going to... Ignatius the Cryptarch and Gunther are all going to augment their magical abilities. Perhaps even the emissary will dip into this font of power. As vile as it may be to our ardent sensibilities, it is probably best for all of us to make use of any resources that this foreign land has to offer. Do not be myopic, Sir Otto. The opportunities are limitless.
I will exploit whatever this magics can provide for us if they suit my purpose or our Lord's purpose.
And perhaps your place lies not within exploiting the magics, but the technology. The chemist that you encountered earlier today, the firearms, I believe they were called. You've developed a keen interest in them. I'm sure that your knowledge in that subject will become invaluable to our effort.
I agree. I feel like the Lord will take great interest in it.
I have planned already on petitioning him for just such that. Get enough of these.
Very good.
Get enough men. Yeah. I can do a lot with just a few men.
Well, for the time being, I think I'm going to retire.
Yes, I believe we should.
We have a lot of work ahead of us.
We certainly do, Ignatius. We certainly do.
A little bit of
If anyone wishes to join
normality
me,
after today.
I'm going to head back to the door.
I will join you.
Accompany you.
Very
I
well.
will contemplate for a few moments longer.
That's why.
Commander.
Very well. The two of you be safe.
You as well.
Thank you.
You two can keep
I'm
the
sure I
wine.
don't have to worry about you with the magics.
Music to my ears. Yes. So, Gunther, fallen in love yet, have you?
I wouldn't say love.
What then?
Fondness, I would say, would be the best word. At least until proven otherwise. I said I'm glad that people are open here about their magical abilities. Makes me feel calm, makes me feel like I belong for a change.
I never did feel as if I belonged.
Well, with how people reacted when they found out we used magic, kinda hard not to feel like that.
I simply can't shake the feeling that this place is, fond as we may come to think of it, still made up of people, sentient beings.
One with their good and bad.
People. Perhaps.
They may not be hunting down mages, but what are they doing here that we may not like?
They may be doing something far worse, Gunther. Just can't see it yet.
That's why I said a fondness
fact-
until proven otherwise.
Yeah. I can assure you that is what awaits us in a world like this, eventually. Whatever that is.
Really gotta find that out. I want that answered with our magistrate talk. The students may not
They
even
may
know.
not tell us everything. They may know something that the magistrate won't tell us officially. As open as the people here have been to a place with this kind of power, the people that rule it, they will have their secrets.
Once we get the key, I'm sure we can unlock some of them.
Most likely. I'm just afraid that...
I'm surprised he was sent along with us with how much he despises magic.
No one here, a part of our expedition, is here for no reason. We all serve a purpose. Even he. And I promise you, when we do come across a plane or an area where these magics that protect us here do not apply, he will be thankful for his armor and weapon.
At the same time, he needs to learn to keep his mouth shut. Like, obviously we know his feelings, but saying it open in front of us.
Well, I'm much the same. Today has been a bit of a shock to all of us, in different ways. But you're right. Those of us with certain opinions must learn to keep our mouths shut while we're here.
I definitely bit my tongue when he was talking.
That is for the best.
But luckily,
You will have your
they
chance to
stated about how everyone but him are going to be harnessing the magics here. So, I didn't really need to speak.
It was a bit surprising to hear the Knight Commander so open about that, but then again, he's never been a man willing to turn down an advantage. Though opinions may differ in a number of ways, I would trust any person here, part of our group. We all know the stakes. It's those of us that are not here, those back home, or the people of this place. It's them we can't predict, can't be sure of.
So we need to remember tomorrow to find that Miss Kelly and question her about things.
Yes. And anyone else we can find who may know more.
And did that Rio seem off to you at the end?
Yes. I was witness to him having, I can only call it a childish outburst in the center of the town, ranting and raving about certain spells and... Honestly, if he wasn't so respectful to us, I would fear that kind of man exactly with the kind of power he might wield. Childish, brutish, unthinking.
Only may use his childish actions as a cover. Or maybe it's the other way around.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Only just means someone we can't know everything about him.
No. But we will have to strive to find out.
Gordon. Hey, Ewan, some of us are still in the world, but if you want to drop down, we can talk.
Sure.
You think, saying something like this, think that something our ancestors saw fighting the Titans. Hmm?
I don't know. I'd like to think if they saw something like this while fighting, they probably didn't see much afterwards.
Probably not. And yet here this sits, like some kind of lawn ornament.
Who even knows what this is?
It's
For all
magical.
yeah, but for all we know, it could be the threat that's gonna doom this place, or who knows, maybe it's the magic that ends up going to the crystals. Maybe it's being held here. Till we talk to the magistrate, we won't know. Also makes me wonder how long this has been here for.
Could be as short as a year ago, perhaps 1,000 years ago.
All I know is if it was really recent, people would be talking about it all over the place.
But as flippant as some people here are, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh no, that one that was talking to us earlier, talking about the dangers, I think they would have brought this up.
Perhaps they too don't know what it really is.
Just feel like it could be a volcano. Well, as a metaphor. Could be around for eons and all of a sudden just boom, everything gone. Waves of magical energy coming over the land, destroying everything in its path. Just with how big that is, that's a lot of magical energy.
More than we've ever seen in our world for 1,000 years. Yeah. At least.
My guess is even a speck of that ball is more than we have in our bodies.
Undoubtedly. And to imagine what could have possibly created it. Another one. Yes, another one. I think I've met more magic users today than I've encountered in most of my natural life.
They all mine. I'm sure you met a lot more when there were a lot more.
There have never been that many, unfortunately, Gunther. And most of them were far too scared to even realize what they were. Not all of them got the chance you did.
Oh, mine was an accident.
Yet you lived to speak about it, thankfully.
I did. Family, not so much.
Magic always has a price.
I would have rather taken the price of the home than the family. Only they were working. But that's a long time ago.
It should hurt less with time. I say should, but everyone's different. I can't even remember the faces of my parents anymore. Whatever does happen here, Gunther, I do wish that you can find the best of yourself here. Very few of us ever get the chance to wield magic, and you are among one of 3 currently that has the opportunity. So, hopefully you can find some peace in that.
Definitely not gonna spoil the chance. Gonna take every single initiative.
Just beware the road you pave. It's the future you want.
Definitely gonna pave carefully. Don't want to pave my road in corpses.
Yeah. From personal experience, I can assure you that is not what you want to do. Well, I'm afraid if I keep staring at this thing, my eyeballs are going to pop out of my head.
Yeah, if I keep staring at it, I won't be able to leave. It's almost mesmerizing in a way.
Be careful, young one.
Well, I'm getting up now.
Yes.
Here. You can kill it.
I wonder. I wonder if it'll come back.
If anything, I'll probably just end up back at the entrance. If it's anything like people falling through.
That'd be a bit of a rude surprise. Yeah. Oh well. Another experiment for another time.
Well, on our way out, we could look if it's there.
Yeah, I suppose we could.
Oh. Yeah, maybe I should actually.
Yes, don't hurt yourself.
I just stopped my magic.
Say again. That mage, I believe that mage is. I don't know if he's been following me or just a coincidence.
didn't even realize until just now how
Where did
peaceful
you
this place
disappear
is.
to? I looked around, I didn't see you. I
It's called
turned.
magic, Gunther. Learn it. We really need to teach you Misty Step one of these days.
All I really know is how to levitate objects and stand on them or sit on them.
Well. I'm sure you'll have your chance here to expand your repertoire.
Oh, I should say
You're
that's
most
my
certainly
only
going to
useful
need
one.
it. All magic is useful in its own way.
Well, what do you know? Bottle.
Yes, this place is far too idyllic. Right. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, God. We're gonna fucking run this school.
Yo, you guys. I had so much fun. I hope you guys did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good shit.
Yeah, did you
I feel like we fucking
see our
nailed it.
messages?
What the fuck? I didn't even notice. Sorry, I was too busy fucking bitching in character about Lennon.
Here, get in the Discord channel, CrossFit.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
Let
drop
me
down.
stop streaming. Do I actually have viewers at the moment? Yes, I do. Alright, I'll go on a raid then. Yay. I got people to raid with. Have a good night and catch you next time. Bye bye.